Breaking right now at noon on CBS News Philadelphia, fighting a massive wall of smoke and flames. Firefighters make progress battling this wildfire that's still growing in Ocean County. Now they say a major disaster has been averted. Officials say this could become the largest wildfire in New Jersey in about 20 years. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jim Donovan. We're working to keep you safe. So here's the latest. More than 11,000 acres have burned so far. Only 30% of the fire has been contained. Evacuation orders for surrounding communities have been lifted, but a state of emergency for Ocean County remains in place. We have a team coverage of this effort to contain the flames in Ocean County. Meteorologist Tammy Souza has the latest on the weather conditions. But first, Ray Strickland is live in Chatsworth, Burlington County, where the Forest Fire Service launches its planes and helicopters to fight the fire. He just got an update from firefighters within the last hour. Good afternoon, Ray.
Good afternoon to you, Jim. Officials here in New Jersey say this fire could have been much worse and that they're thankful no lives were lost. But at this hour, the struggle to put out this massive wildfire continues. The amount of acres burned has now exploded to now more than 11,000, with the Forest Fire Service saying only 30% of it is contained. Fortunately, no homes were damaged, according to officials, but they do say at least one commercial property was destroyed. You can take a look at some of this video showing the damage to a door and awning company in Lacey Township. Now, Chopper 3 has been over the fire since it started yesterday morning around 9:45. And to put this all into perspective, fire officials say they found the fire burning just 10 to 20 acres at first, and that it quickly spread due to the dry conditions. Since yesterday, crews have attacked the fire in the air and on the ground, and those efforts will continue today, with officials saying they do expect this fire to burn for at least a couple more days. Those evacuation orders have been lifted, and thousands of residents are now returning to their homes. Also today, the acting governor of New Jersey issued a state of emergency for Ocean County to help with resources. But again, officials say they feel fortunate this fire wasn't worse.
Folks' homes and lives have been saved, and we've truly averted a major disaster. Now, this wildfire is not under full and complete control. We still have a lot of work to do.
Going forward, what's our plan? So our plan is to get people back home, get roads reopened, and knock that smoke down.
And officials also say the work to restore power for some 25,000 people will also be underway today. Also, officials say if this fire continues to spread, which they do expect, this could possibly become the largest wildfire in the state in the past 20 years. Live in Burlington County, Ray Strickland, CBS News, Philadelphia.
CBS News Philadelphia reporter Ross DiMatteo is live at one of the evacuation sites in Manahawkin in Stafford Township with the very latest. Good morning, Ross.
Good morning, Jim. We just learned within the last half hour about those evacuation orders being lifted for specifically Lacey Township and Ocean Township, which covers the more than 3,000 people who were originally evacuated because of this fire. Let me step out of the way and show you the shelter behind me. This was one of two that was set up for all of those evacuees. But just within the last half hour after getting that news that the orders have been lifted, many of them had left the shelter. A lot of them very happy to be heading home after what was a scary situation yesterday and a lot of uncertainty overnight. Many of them were elderly. Some of them had to be loaded into these buses here using the handicap ramp so that they could be taken back home. Chopper 3 was over the Jones Road wildfire yesterday as it continued to burn here in Ocean County, New Jersey. Heavy flames and thick smoke could be seen from miles away, and more than 3,000 people were under those mandatory evacuations as more than 1,000 structures were threatened. The fire also closed down the Garden State Parkway between exits 62 and 80. But we just learned within the last hour or so that it has reopened. The video shows a fire line along the side of the road at the Waretown exit. At one point, the fire came really close to the parkway. The wildfire was first reported yesterday morning in the Greenwood Forest Wildlife Management Area. That's near Jones Road in Barnegat Township. And that's where crews began a backfiring operation yesterday afternoon, essentially fighting fire with more fire. As I mentioned, thousands of people were forced to flee their homes as a result. A little while ago, I spoke with one of them about how scary the situation was as he was told he had to leave.
A lot of smoke, and I heard that very close to us there was embers, so mandatory evacuation, so that's why we're here.
Lots of smoke in the air. You know, you could really smell and just taste the like the smoke and the fire in the air. It was definitely very strong, very prevalent.
The American Lung Association is warning that wildfires are worsening our region's air quality.
Yeah, the organization announcing just overnight Philadelphia and parts of South Jersey getting failing grades in its annual State of the Air report. Brendan Gollner joining us live in the newsroom to explain how it could impact your family. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning, Janelle. Jim, the American Lung Association says families need to pay attention to these grades because polluted air can lead to asthma attacks in children, heart attacks in adults, and even premature death. As we come up on the 2-year anniversary when heavy smoke from those record-setting Canadian wildfires drifted into major U.S. cities like Philadelphia, the American Lung Association's Kevin Stewart says we're only now understanding its impact.
I think we were surprised at the Lung Association by how strong the effect was.
Those wildfires led the health organization to rank Philadelphia as having the 3rd most polluted air in the Mid-Atlantic region. Gloucester, Mercer, and Ocean counties in New Jersey also received failing grades.
Over time, over decades, people will see more and more of these kinds of events, and unfortunately, we will be downwind of some of them.
Those reasons also include emissions from our cars and factories, which worsen our air quality and heat up our planet. That drives climate change. And Stewart warns climate change can also lead to more intense and frequent wildfires.
We do know that there's a continuing challenge. It does require us to pay attention to the science to make sure that we are addressing the reasons for this kind of thing.
Stewart says the best way to protect your family is to pay attention to your local forecasts, particularly any air quality alerts. That way you can stay inside your home or get to a nearby cooling center.